Hello, hi. Hello, it's me, Scott. I haven't streamed in so long. I haven't streamed in like 100 years. Or almost 2 weeks. I didn't stream at all last week. So when last we spoke, I was getting ready for that art show, and it went pretty well. I think, actually, when last we spoke, I was tired, and I was basically giving up on getting, you know, that one thing. Hello, Sunshine, getting it ready. But I actually got up in the morning, and I got it ready, and it was okay. Draclin, hello, my friend. How are you? Yeah, I don't know. I need a little break. I need a little... Wait, less than? Is that how you are? Or is that half of a heart? There's the other half. Okay. Yeah, you know, it's kind of a busy week, stressful week, some body problems, but now, inexplicably, like, nothing hurts. It's weird. It's almost suspicious. So, I also got this machine. This new Oculus Quest machine that I guess is officially out today, but mine came yesterday. And I haven't done very much with it yet. Partially because it turns out that nothing that I own on Oculus was cross-buy with the Quest, which was slightly annoying because some things are, I just don't happen to own any. But also, I want it for my own stuff. And so it's probably going to be a fairly short stream, but I just want to try out Hello Sunshine on that there machine. So that's what we're going to do, which I probably could have prepared for a little bit. I could just download the Android tools for the version of Unity I already have, or we could get a newer version of Unity. Just do it all at once. I know, obviously, the thing to do on stream is download things. Very exciting. But I kind of think I'm gonna. Let's live in the now. Let's get this latest version. Let's also get Android build support. I probably don't have any of this stuff. I don't think I have any Android stuff installed, so this is great. We can do this new thing where Unity provides all the Android tools. Oof. Wow. Okay, well, that's a lot. That's a large download, turns out. Maybe should have done this before starting the stream. Well, okay. Hi. What do we want to talk about while I wait for this to download? I feel like my levels are a little weird. I gotta turn the right knob. This knob? No. This knob? I think that was the knob. I don't know if the music seems too loud. I fussed with things when I ended up taking my machine, this here computer, took it to PNCA to set up for that stuff. And it was cool. There was a big old weird, like sort of retail-ish display thing that they had that somebody had donated. Where is it? It was a slightly weird thing to use. Oh yes, this thing. Yeah, it was cool. Big, like, multi-split panel. This thing is kind of cool. The thing that's annoying about it is, so it's weird. These little modules are all, like, standalone little things. Then you have to daisy chain them all together. And it's a cool, weird setup. And it all uses DisplayPort and seems, like, very high-tech and fancy. But somehow the module that all of those things plug into is only DVI. So like everything's DisplayPort hooking them together, but when you want to actually plug it into a machine to use, it was just DVI, which kind of sucks because DVI is only capable of like roughly HD, like 1920 to 1080 across all of this, when each of these panels are much more dense than that. So then you have to split them into regions and use multiple cables and have like multiple display adapters. It's kind of lame. I ended up setting it up where you could just plug in with one thing, but then, you know, you weren't getting all the resolution. But it was pretty. It's a pretty screen. People seem to enjoy it. One of the things I like about events like this is sometimes you get to kind of take people's VR virginity. And the good thing about that is if your stuff is the first thing anyone has tried in VR, it's just by definition the best thing. And so there were some very flattering responses to it, which was a nice thing. There's one more. Discord has decided to no longer respond to me. That's fair. There it is. Oh yes, this small child enjoyed. So the three things were pretty good. Like definitely, Room with a View was certainly the most realized. Like definitely knew that going in because it had already been shown and existed and humans had touched it. So that was certainly the most polished. Strata, people seem to get the hang of Strata. I definitely, having the expand, like extrude out the image on the hand grip was a bad idea because people who aren't used to VR or using these controllers at the first time just grab them and hold them and push that button without even feeling that there's a button there. So there's definitely some input stuff to change there. I want to try to get this running on the Quest, but I don't know how performant it'll be because we are being fast and loose with how we're drawn. And I think unfortunately, like the nice SRP batcher stuff might not be available on Android yet. I think it is in the alpha, actually might be, but no shadows. I don't know. Maybe I want to try that tonight. I just want to try Hello Sunshine to try to get going because I feel like it was pretty well received, except because I wrapped it up in the morning in just like a couple hours before going to the event. The controls are insane. Like I think I landed in a thing where it was like, oh, there's enough fun and interesting things to do. I had more ideas for more things, but it was just such a weird combination of buttons that I think it was definitely was not a easily pick it up and intuitively know what's going on kind of thing. It was a pretty clumsy thing. Look, I've almost talked all the way through the install of this. I haven't really played with the alpha much. So we're at alpha 3 now. I don't really know. I feel like I looked into this. So I sort of felt like 2019 too. Oh man, what was I even using? Now I'm confused. I haven't done that. Actually, I haven't done any of the 0.3 alphas. I was using the 2019 beta is what I ended up using for Hello Sunshine because of some fancy new stuff. Oh, that, you know what I just realized? That's the one I should have installed. I did the wrong thing. I want the newest beta. I blew it. I talked through all that time about the wrong thing. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to talk some more then. I want the beta release notes though. Please, beta release notes. It's 2019.1 beta. Hey, the URL still works. So the new things in 2019 too, the mobile stuff, it seems like there's some nice Android-y things, which doesn't explicitly say will benefit. Yeah, I wonder if this will have any bearing in VR world. I don't know. I also wonder if this will, because these the SRP batcher is what helped us get some gains, and this enables it for Android, but does that also mean VR Android land? I don't know, who can say. Okay, I'm gonna add the new beta also. What if you do this and install it? Do you have a separate install of the NDK stuff? Like, is it going to reinstall all the Android tools for every version? Kind of looks like it. I don't know. We got to keep this version for Room with a View, but then we can ditch these others. I'll wait until that's installed. In the meanwhile, we'll just look at exciting patch notes. Yeah, the scriptable render pipeline batcher, maybe because I just don't understand it very well yet, but it feels sort of like magic. Like, definitely in Strata, some of the stuff we were working on. Wait, actually, did I tell the truth? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. What? It's Strata where we use the beta. Hello Sunshine is just 2019.1, right? Right? Yes. Okay, so that's good. Actually, we can start doing stuff. That's good. I want to like fill up my entire system drive with Unity installs. It's not good. Okay. Okay. We have a little room though. What else? Yeah, that thing feels a little magic. Like the way it can batch things that normally would seem unbatchable. Sort of weird. Yeah, these aren't. I don't know. These in general don't feel super important unless some of them happen to work in VR land, but I wouldn't necessarily assume that they would. Are you asking me to do something? You're just doing your thing. Okay. Open image denoise stuff. Cool. Just for light mappy stuff, right? More global illumination stuff. Interested in this. The GPU light mapper. I was just reading a blog post. There's a blog post today about performance with the GPU light mapper, where it could be like an order of magnitude faster than the CPU light mapper. Curious about that. This one's sort of interesting, but maybe this could be interesting. I don't know. I don't have an immediate use for this thing. High definition render pipeline for VR. I would like to just try some stuff, see what it looks like. 2D stuff in the shader graph, which is cool. And much, much more. It's kind of funny that when you click the much more link, it takes you to the known issues. That doesn't seem very promising. And much, much more, here's the things that are broken. I think the thing that we want is like here. Yeah, this thing. But we're early in beta land on this. I mean, I could imagine it being some months before we had the real deal. I saw some of this pop up. I wonder what that actually does. Oh, that's interesting. You know, a thing that I want is stencil buffer support in the shader editor. But maybe that's been added. That's a weird thing now with okay, let's get rid of this version. With Unity being so package dependent and having package for everything, maybe they did add something to the shader graph that would be reflected somewhere else. Okay, so we want to be this version on Android. We want to try 14 minutes into the stream and we're almost ready to go. Really on fire tonight. Yeah, let's upgrade it. Okay, so I mean, I feel like kind of nothing in 2019 2 jumps out to me as a extraordinary thing. But maybe that's just because I don't know what some of it means. Improvements. Probably won't be anything stenciling here, right? No, of course not. Of course not. We're just waiting for the project to update now. And I don't think I know at all really what's in 2019.3. Will that be in beta? Is that different? Do I have to look in alpha? I'm good at guessing URLs. Why is my computer catching on fire? Is this gonna mess up the stream? Maybe. Maybe the stream froze while I'm importing a bunch of image assets. Seems to really be stressing my computer out. Are they talked at all about what? I want to see like the preview of the final release notes. This thing's kind of interesting. I've sort of needed stuff like this in the past, or been in situations where it'd be useful, but I've always kind of found other ways around it. Why is my computer dying trying to update a PNG from Curvy, from a third-party asset? Is it destroying the stream? Oh, it's hard to say. That kind of seems like a thing that's broken. Is Unity broken right now? Like it just exploded while importing this image? Oh, no, never mind. It switched to a second image. Switching platforms on Unity kind of sucks. I don't understand why it's this intense, though. Maybe I have whatever it is, ASTC, whatever it is, whatever the super crazy compressed Android texture's on. Would that be weird if that was the default? And it's like gonna hit my machine this hard? Apparently. Heat is working, by the way. I need to do a heat stream. I need to do some heat stuff. It's been a while. Okay, well, we're like 20 minutes into the stream and I haven't managed to open Unity yet, so that's good. But sometimes you gotta just stream to blow out the dust a little bit. Unity, are you good? I don't even know what you're doing anymore. My fan is really working on this PC. Kind of looks like my video is frozen, or maybe I just wasn't moving. Okay, now we're moving along, seems like, possibly. I wish I could just drag this to the window so that you can share with me, or sorry, drag to the other monitor. So you can share with me the excitement of recompressing a bunch of textures because I'm trying to switch platforms. This is a pretty good computer. Seems like it shouldn't have this much trouble. It's pretty annoying too that these are just example assets in Curvy that are wasting my time now, but hey. Okay. Submesh support. Does the GPU light mapper currently not support that? Maybe it doesn't work very well yet. Same thing for iOS. This is kind of cool. Still feels weird. Like the whole package land still feels weird because there's still things that are assets that should maybe be packages but aren't yet. I can't really tell if my video is frozen or not. Who can say? Auto scroll the timeline. Okay. Unity UI being a package is kind of interesting. So like nothing stupendous here unless there's going to be like cooler stuff going on in the packages. I don't know. Incremental garbage collection will not be experimental anymore. That's something. Your computer sounds like it's dying. But don't worry, we'll have great access to these textures that we don't care about at all, because they're just included in a package. Not package, an asset. I know I've complained about this before, but I'm just going to complain about it again while we're waiting for this loading bar. Two things. One, rude. Windows says hold on, and macOS says please wait, which I've never quite understood. But this thing where Unity asset authors put tons of assets, like supplemental demo and example assets inside their Unity asset. So we've wasted minutes now waiting because I use an asset called Curvy, and because the Curvy author included all of these examples in the main package, it's kind of annoying. I would prefer that they didn't do it that way. Like if they included a Unity package inside that I could decompress and use those things if I wanted, but this kind of just sucks. But it's very common. That's a big problem with Unity assets in general, is they're just not they don't conform in a lot of ways. Like there can be lots of weird inconsistencies about how and where they install. And then also stuff like this, where it'd be great to even be able to start Unity to just delete these. But we've made it this far. Is it really going to be this bad? I don't think it will be, I hope. After we get past some of the textures. What's annoying is like I have like 3 textures that I'm using, I feel like, for Hello Sunshine. So all this is wasted time. Frustrating. At 23 minutes. Maybe this whole stream, maybe this will be a trick stream. And when Unity finally opens, I'll just end the stream. One day I'll learn my lesson and like actually open the software before starting the stream, but okay, are we good? No, it's some stupid rail thing inside. Are these like 8K textures or something? Seems to not struggle with many of the other image assets. I'm curious, let's see. The documentation for the individual packages, I don't even know how to get to it, actually. Because I know how to get through it when you go through the package manager. Maybe you can get to it through, oh great. It's not here anymore? Does Unity move away from... They delete their GitHub? Is this real? Or is like GitHub just being weird? GitHub looks like a thing. Well, what's this thing? Whoa. I didn't know about this. Is this good? I wonder if this is good. It's a little weird because Unity Collaborate underneath the hood is Git, I believe. I'm so displeased with these rail car textures for this stupid Curvy example. I also think Curvy was kind of expensive too. Okay. So, did Unity delete their GitHub? Weird. I don't know how to get to the documentation otherwise. Because I only know how to either get through it through Unity or through GitHub. Okay, are we good? Can we please just be done? No more curvy stuff? No, of course, more curvy stuff. What is with these PNGs and why do they set my computer on fire? Okay, well, this is my cool example asset import stream. 26 minutes in, we haven't done anything. It's discouraging. Unity, it'd be cool if I Googled a thing, I could learn about that thing, but they must have done this very recently. Google doesn't even know about it yet. Is this it? Is this the trick? It's so weird because you go in at different versions and I don't know how to know what version. Please, can we please just be done? Please be done with the curvy assets that I don't care about. What is with those images? I officially hate curvy right now. I don't hate it. That's strong. Strong language. I'm irritated with it. But this is perpetually a problem. Like example assets, I think is not handled well. I kind of don't like Unity assets in general. There's a handful that I will use, but as a rule, I kind of would rather reinvent the wheel to some degree. I don't think this tells me anything. I also have no way of knowing if this is the most recent documentation. Like, can you just look at packages? Package list? Aha. Shader graph at latest 6.5, so we were so behind. Can I search this though? Okay, so not promising. The search for stencil seems to provide nothing. So the lightweight render pipeline, you can do stencil-y buffer stuff in the shaders. It's just that the shader graph doesn't do it. So you can't, as far as I can tell, you can't do stencil operations in shaders that you create in the shader graph. Person playing an April Fool's joke on themselves. Not yet. A year ago. I mean, it's okay. I just have some upcoming needs for... Oh my gosh, did we actually make it through that? That took so long. To do nothing useful. To process a bunch of textures that I don't even use. What is with those textures? Like, what is... all these rail things? Why? Like rail coupling. So... Some are like 4 megabyte. It's not like these textures are enormous. Why are these so difficult for my computer to process? It's a 2K by 1K texture. I don't know why that set my computer on fire. And it's just whatever it is, ETC2, not the other thing. ASTC, if we did that, we'd be here forever. We'd never escape ever again. Okay, well, great. That was all very exciting. So now we're in Android land, which means editor Oculus support should still work fine, I believe. On this machine over here. Yeah, that machine seems okay. So the thing to figure out is how to use this other machine over here. I don't even really know where to start. Do I have ADB here? Shoot. How can I do this if I only have my, if the Android tools are only in like Unity land? It's kind of weird, right? Maybe I shouldn't have actually done it that way. Like, does that mean, I just don't know where that stuff lives, you know? Like if the, somewhere in some Unity land inside. Like, do I have some ADB? Where does it install that? I don't know, man. I mean, I guess we can just try it. This doesn't seem very promising. Probably doesn't really make sense to not have the Android tools and use the Unity version. When I think about it, like, it's kind of cool to say like, oh, fancy. I can just install that stuff with Unity, but all right, do I actually need to make this a thing? I need to document these things too in some way. Some way. There's definitely more to do. I don't know, there's so much more I can imagine with Hello Sunshine. I just don't really know what to do with it. I don't really know if I can imagine a level where it's like, oh, this is a thing to release or sell or whatever. And of course now I have to compile a million shader variants. Even though I'm not using any of them, I'm using my shader variants. Okay, at least it was not an insane number of them. Oh wait, never mind, here's more. Oh no, I hope we don't get to, okay, I think we're okay. I think we're okay, might be okay. I don't know if it's how it's gonna find the device, actually. Like, Unity, okay, so there is, okay, it's an editor data, playback engines, Android players, tools, OpenJDK, Windows, bin. So it's buried deep in the Android playback engine world. I already forgot where we were. Wrong place. Okay, there's the SDK. That's build tools. Where is ADB? ADB, we found it, hooray. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't even think I put this in developer mode yet or anything. I've really kind of not touched it very much, and it's kind of a cool machine. I don't like my initial take is that it is not as comfortable as the Rift. Maybe I just need to spend more time adjusting it. Also, the controllers feel cheaper. They don't feel as nice. They feel not horrible, but those setup is weird. It's weird. Okay. That's the floor. I'm gonna just sit here, confirm. It does like create the boundary every time, which makes sense. You know. Anyway. Okay. I guess I approved it. In general, I think it looks good. Like it looks good and it's smooth. And compared to an Oculus Go, which is a trash machine, it's much nicer. But I'm just not feeling the... It's so front heavy because it's got a whole like computer on your face that I have not found a comfortable... I don't know. I haven't found like comfortable strap settings yet, I guess. Does that work? Did anything work? Did I turn it off, or I don't know what's happening? Do I have unknown sources? Anybody? I think I like these controllers better. They certainly sit down a little more nicely. I'm gonna go library. I don't have unknown sources unless I need to do like settings. Allow unknown sources. Oh, you know what? I think I have to actually do that on the phone, which is weird. Yeah, man, it's so heavy on my face. Maybe it's a little too tight. Perhaps. It's promising. It's a promising thing. Maybe a little better. Like it's got to be tight enough that things are in focus, but I don't know, man. This doesn't quite. Now, admittedly, it took me some time to learn how to adjust the Rift, so. But there's something about this that feels so front heavy that it puts a lot of pressure on my cheeks. Why is it yelling at me about power? Auto wake up. Turn on headset when it detects my activity. Great. Let's do it. Okay, yeah, I think I have to do dev mode stuff from the app, which is kind of weird that you have to manage a lot of it through the app, but it's where we'll be better. Settings. Nearby, a Rift. Nearby. That's weird that it knows that my Rift is there. How does it know? How did it know that? How did it know about that? Developer mode on. Is that just to see the thing, or did I actually? Okay, yes. Now I have to approve this computer. Trust it with my life. I confirm the Guardian. The camera mode is so freaking weird. Oh, I can also see the IR spewing out of my Rift. Although I can't see the IR on these dudes. But the IR firing out of the Rift looks crazy. This mode is so weird and uncomfortable. And it makes a weird noise, like they want it to be uncomfortable. It plays a weird drone, like it kind of makes me feel bad. Ugh. It makes like a sort of like humming weird drone while you're in this awful nightmare black and white world. It's weird. Weird choice, Oculus. I made it too loose. I just got to break it in, wear it out, Wear down on the town a little bit. I don't know. It's so heavy on my delicate face. We'll get there someday, maybe. It's too tight. I'm gonna have red marks. I'll have goofy red VR marks on my face. Okay, what do we figure out? We figured out the following. We figured out where ADB was, but then I lost it. I could add it to my path or something. Right? So... Yes. It's kind of weird that it installs the whole... it doesn't sound great. It sounds like a waste. Like, if it has a whole Android SDK install per editor install, seems like not good. And it puts stuff in a weird location. I'm gonna maybe say that I actually don't like it. Okay, playback engines, Android players. SDK tools? No. Platform tools. So let's try to go to this place. Oh, I need to not be in Bashland. I need to be in... Wait, can I not do that? I thought I could have multiple kinds of... Ah, man. Whatever. Okay, so what do we say? In platform tools? ADB devices. I have a device. ADB install. Let's install the thing. This may be all I can manage tonight. Maybe all I have the wherewithal for. Okay, it says success. Successful. Yeah, we could find that in that land, but annoying. This is too tight now. I don't know about this thing. I hate this noise. I'm pretty I think it's actually bad. Can you hear it? So you look at this incredibly uncomfortable, disorienting black and white view of the world that's laggy and blown out, like bad 90s camcorder horror movie look. And then on top of that, it plays this drone. Like, it actually makes me uncomfortable. It actually is a uncomfortable thing. I don't know. It's already bad without the sound, and the sound makes it worse. And you have to do that every time you put the headset on? Not into it. Not into that at all. Okay, what are we doing now? Can I go to my library? My library? I don't seem to have an unknown sources, unless now can I developer mode? Turned that on, I thought. Am I mistaken? Developer mode has a big checkbox next to it. Developer mode. It says I'm a developer. It said success for the ADB install. I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. We'll get there one day, maybe. Where do I need to restart it now that I'm a developer? Yes, I'm stationary. Just don't play that noise anymore. Don't make me listen to that noise.
Normally you would go to library and see an unknown sources like on other Oculus devices. But sometimes you have to enable unknown sources. Maybe it's in store, not. No. Maybe I need to restart this machine. I don't know. Can I just restart it from this place? Headset fit and focus. I wish I liked it a little more. Maybe I just need to give it time, but stealth mode very clearly on. It whistled at me. Hello, Rama, hello. How are you? What's shaking? I'm fighting this new machine. It makes good noises sometimes. Are you sleeping? What does the flashing light mean? Who knows? I just want to reboot it. I gotta get to developer mode. Okay, battery power, great. I'm in pitch black darkness. Good. Doesn't quite close off the nose region, I feel like, as well as the Rift does. Although they look pretty similar down there. This looks broader than the Rift. Also, my Rift looks pretty shabby. It's got some mileage on it. I like that. I like that thing. It's alright. Okay, now are we good? This doesn't feel like a good experience, that I put this thing on and it's just black. I don't know. Is it turned off? Maybe it was turned off. Maybe green light means turned off. You know. Okay, it whistled at me. Good. This does not feel comfortable. I hate it. I hate this Guardian sound. It's bad. Okay. Now am I a developer? I go into settings. I'm a developer now. And if I go to developer, okay, so does that mean I can now go to library and hopefully have an unknown sources? It does. And it says we couldn't find any VR apps that didn't come from the Oculus store. So cool. Cool. Did that lie to me? Maybe it told me a falsehood. I think this is just going to tell me, hey dude, thing is already installed, but maybe it's confused because I wasn't in dev mode technically when it installed before. I don't know.
Yes, it's angry. So let's do an AVB uninstall. And try to install it again, and maybe now it will be okay. So one thing about this thing that's kind of a bummer, you can stream video out of it, but it's got a USB-C connection. I wonder if it's really just USB 3.1 or if it's really Thunderbolt or what it actually is, because what would be kind of cool is if while it was plugged into this machine, into my computer, it's got this really long cable, almost like it wants to act like a Rift, you know, like some way that you could use your system GPU to render to this thing. I don't think they've ever talked about that being a thing, but well, it let me install it and then I don't see it. Is it because I need to do some other goofy Android stuff? I think I can publish to Quest. I don't think I have to do anything weird. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, is it because this wasn't checked? Why wasn't that checked? Oh, because I switched platform? Oh no, I'm confused. Because I feel like we tested this in Oculus a minute ago. Guess we didn't. I want to do the instancy one. Oh, but I can't. Okay, well maybe I just didn't have VR on. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Input system preview. I haven't tried that yet. I wonder what it's like. I really don't like the Unity input. The legacy input system. Maybe the new one's not horrible. Okay, let's try to do this again. Oh, I should have done that. Oh. I wonder if that would have worked. They have this new thing where you can like just build a diff for how do you do it? You don't have to totally redeploy, like recreate the whole jam. This sucks. Why does this have to happen? Does this have to happen every time? To compile 600 shader variants? Is it because I changed something? I hope that I wouldn't have to do this every time. Maybe it's just because I turned on VR. Computer is loving this. Hello, sunshine, it says. So, I want to know about the thing, though. That's kind of cool. You can just pick the device. How do you do the diff thing, though? Oh, scripts only build into a patch, I see. So that's only a development thing. That's still pretty cool. Interesting thing. Okay, is this gonna actually work? Every time I put this on, it feels wrong. Oh yeah, it's working. And it looks pretty good.
and pretty performant. But it feels bad on my head. I don't really like it. The Rift is much more comfortable, I find. Like, it just feels wrong. What is the reason? Am I not doing something I should be doing, or is something like misassembled? I don't know. But this works. I wish I could show you, but I don't think that's a thing that is possible. Oh, I'm not even showing my controllers. That's a thing I should probably be doing, right? And people probably want to see where their own hands are. It's pretty cute. That's weird. That moving these. What am I doing? That moving these is launching. It's counting as a click. Somehow down is counting as a click. Cool. Maybe I should do something with these though. Why not? I mean, I can make it where you hold one thing. I don't even think of that, but we could use these for like pitch and tempo. If I could just get it to feel better on my face a little bit, then I'd feel pretty good about it. It's still awake for some reason. Go to sleep, little friend. Little baby. Okay, well, it works. It's kind of cool. It's relatively painless. We can make it into more of a thing. What did our current, like, our to-do end up looking like? We definitely need to, well, we kind of ignored these anyway, but we definitely need, like, revise input. Something like that. Yeah, man, I just wish it felt a little better on my head. Something wrong with my head? I feel like the Rift feels fine. But, you know, there's way less stuff in here. Maybe I'm just used to it. This just feels so much more comfortable on my face. It feels very tight. I don't have a lot of extra light bleed down here. And it feels light and comfy. And like I'm in it, like I'm in something. Whereas this thing, there's a ton of light leak at the bottom. And it's so heavy. And it's not as soft and squishy. And I just could not hate this Guardian adjustment screen more. It's giving me anxiety. Whoa. This is also like a fabric-y pad instead of foam, like the Rift. Which feels more durable maybe, but not, this doesn't feel as nice, in my opinion. aliasing isn't stupendous. These screens aren't super high resolution. I think it's higher resolution than the old Rift, or maybe the same. But maybe also I'm just like on low settings. Also don't have on like post-processing sub-pixel AA stuff. So, okay, what do I actually want from this? I want it to be probably not much more ambitious than it is. I want it can be a pretty simple thing. I just want it to be a little more like, oh, a person could pick it up and figure it out. And it's input-wise, it is just not there at this point at all. But I don't want to work on this tonight because I work on VR stuff all day. I also do want to try like Room with a View on it, and I want to try Strata. Room with the View seems like a stretch because that's got like big old goofy Unity terrains and stuff. So maybe one night I'll try updating Room with a View. I mean, that one's definitely the closest to being an actual thing. What are these other things we need to finish and document? I don't know, man. I'm definitely finding it hard to work on Unity VR stuff all day and then to want to still do it. It's difficult. Kind of want to try Strata on this thing, but I think I'm gonna call it a night. I know it's a short stream, and I know like the first half of it was wasted, but it's got to get back into the swing of things a little bit. So we tried the Quest. I think it feels kind of bad. Maybe I'll get used to it. I guess I'll get used to it. I don't have a lot of choice really, but just like the face feel is not as good as the Rift. But I also own a Rift, so I can do all the stuff that I want and need to do on the Rift and continue to do that. And just use this for when I'm going to go out into the world and show stuff and to work on. I want to do some multi-user stuff, which I might have an opportunity to do, but it's already a pretty busy year, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I know it was a ridiculous stream, but they can't all be winners. Maybe none of them can be. Maybe like 1 in a million can be. Who knows? Anyway, I did the thing. I did a stream. Good job, me. Good job, everybody. I'll see you next time.